him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-macabre, it is time for the only news that matters. And AEROSMITH has announced their retirement from the road and scrapped the rescheduled dates of their Peace Out Farewell tour. The band broke the news on Friday afternoon in an emotional statement. Said it was 1970 when a spark of inspiration became AEROSMITH, they wrote. Thanks to you, our Blue Army, that sparks caught flame and has been burning for over 5 decades. Some of you have been with us since the beginning, and all of you are the reason we made rock and roll history. It has been the honor of our lives to have our music become part of yours. In every club, on every massive tour, and moments grand and private, you have given us a place in the soundtrack of our lives. They then addressed the primal cause of the retirement from the road, saying that it's Steven Tyler's vocal injuries, which has forced them to initially postpone their farewell tour after just 3 dates in September of 2023. They were scheduled to resume the tour on September 20th and stay on the road throughout late February. They said, we've always wanted to blow your mind when performing, and as you know, Steven's voice is an instrument like no other. He has spent months tirelessly working on getting his voice to where it was before his injuries. We've seen him struggle despite having the best medical team by his side. Sadly, it is clear that a full recovery from his vocal injuries is not possible. We have made a heartbreaking and difficult but necessary decision as a band of brothers to retire from the touring stage. Band of brothers, where's Joey Kramer? All right, let me keep going. We are grateful beyond words for everyone who was pumped to get on the road with us one last time. Grateful to our expert crew, our incredible team, and the thousands of talented people who made our historic run possible. And finally, thanks to you, the best fans on planet Earth. Play our music loud, now and always. Dream on. You've made our dreams come true. The band also noted that tickets purchased through Ticketmaster will automatically be refunded. All other refunds will be available at point of purchase. It's unclear what, if anything, AEROSMITH has planned next. The band has not released an album since 2012's Music from Another Dimension. You know, I have not heard that album in its entirety yet, and I don't plan to. I heard enough to know it wasn't good. But guitarist Joe Perry recently told Rock Candy magazine that new music was definitely a possibility. But at the minute, we're looking at the set for the tour and the songs we can play, he added. We're also remixing some of the early stuff and finding some interesting outtakes, so it'll be fun to look at that stuff. Now that's good news. Perry also expresses gratitude for every opportunity to play at this stage. He said the issue with Steven is show that freak things can happen. You just don't know, so that's what every night that I go on, I play like it's the last show. I am very sorry to hear that Steven Tyler's voice is pretty much toast, man. Talk about a guy that had a voice for decades. The last time I saw AEROSMITH was like maybe a little over a decade ago. And my God, I mean, he still had that energy and the amazing voice. And yeah, it sucks, man, that it got damaged. It's sad. Now, that tour was coming my way, but man, tickets were too expensive. And I was kind of regretting it too, because there was, the fact that Joey Kramer wasn't there was heartbreaking to me, because God, I mean, you can't name any band now with all original members except for U2, I guess. Who else? You know, Aerosmith and ZZ Top were the two long running, but you know, then Dusty Hill passed away. And Aerosmith was another one, man. And Joey Kramer, talk about an underrated drummer. I don't know what's going on with Joey Kramer today. Maybe he can't do it no more because drumming is difficult. But man, to go out one last time without Joey Kramer was heartbreaking. That really I don't want to see them without Joey Kramer. I don't want to see them without anybody in that lineup. You know, unless they reunite the Rockin' a Hard Place, then I'll go see that, even though I only like side one of that album. But what was really also crushing me when they were coming, I took a look at the set list, and they played my two favorite Aerosmith songs that I've never seen them play live. My favorite is Seasons of Wither. My second favorite, No More, No More. Both of them were on the set list, and I was like, God, if I could get a cheap ticket, I might go. And then I was like, but there's no Joey Kramer. You know? It hurts, man. It really hurts that I was going to miss it, even if it came, or even if they rescheduled the show, because the tickets, I don't remember how much they were, but they were insane. And I'm talking nosebleeds. You know, I can't, maybe it was like 800 or something. It was insane. It was like, no way I would pay that much. Especially since the band I've seen since the Rockin' a Hard Place tour. Jesus, let me see how many times I've seen Aerosmith. Let me count it out. I saw the Rockin' a Hard Place tour at the Miami Baseball Stadium. Then I saw the Back in the Saddle tour. Then I saw Done with Mirrors. Then I saw Permanent Vacation. I saw Pump. I saw Get a Grip. And then I stopped going to their shows till like 12 years ago. I know I saw them 2 times. Because one of the times Cheap Trick opened. And the other time Sammy Hagar opened. And I had a girlfriend at the time that loved Sammy Hagar. Yep, that's true. And she knew my hatred for him. But I'm a good girl. I might as well say I am a good girlfriend because I went to go see Sammy Hagar with her. So yeah, I got my female freak on to see Sammy Hagar open for Aerosmith, and holy crap, was that terrible. She went nuts. She loved it, and somehow or another, I loved her. What a freaking freak I am, huh? But anyway, Aerosmith, one of my favorite bands growing up in the 70s. I remember I bought the first album, and it was a repress because, you know, the first album, it said Aerosmith featuring Dream On. And I believe Dream On wasn't a hit till later. I could be wrong. But I owned that first album. Then I bought Toys in the Attic. Then I bought Live Bootleg. And then I bought Night in the Ruts when it was new. That was the first Aerosmith album. Well, I guess you could count Live Bootleg was the first one. But the first studio album. And Night in the Ruts to me is so underrated and awesome. It's ridiculous. You know, Forever Rocks was my favorite Aerosmith album. But now it's Toys in the Attic. Rocks is second. Third, I would put Night in the Ruts. That's how much I love that freaking album, man. And, you know, I dug Pump. I liked side 1 of Rockin' a Hard Place. I didn't like side 2. I thought Done with Mirrors was overrated. I like Let the Music Do the Talking, My Fist to Your Face, and The Hop. That's all I liked off that one. And the same thing with Permanent Vacation. I did like the title track and maybe a song or two. After that, I loved Pump. I mean, except for Love in an Elevator and Janie's Got a Gun, I don't have a problem with that rest of that album. I thought that album was awesome. And then Get a Grip came and I was like, oh, fuck this. And 9 Lives came out and I was like, all right, this ain't bad. I mean, it had its moments, but it also had its sappy ballads that I hated that Aerosmith did later. Then the next album, Just Push Play, was horrendous. Though I loved the song Jaded. The rest of the album was garbage. And the last one day I'll sit down and listen to the whole thing. I did attempt to do it not too long ago, and I think I lasted 2 or 3 songs. I was like, ugh. Yeah, Aerosmith turned into a clusterfuck, but man, that early stuff is undeniable. First album, Get Your Wings, Toys in the Attic, rocks. You know, Draw the Line, Live Bootleg, you know, and Night in the Ruts. I love all the 70s stuff. That's my favorite Aerosmith. So there you go. Sad to see they're retiring, but hey, I wasn't going to go anyway. But I feel bad for all you Aerosmith fans that did want to see that farewell tour. I guess I saw, not the farewell tour, but the last time I saw them was all the original members, so I can rest knowing that I don't have to go see Aerosmith without Joey Kramer. Anyway, leave it in the comments below what you feel about this whole thing. I would appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't and ring that little notification bell. I totally would appreciate that. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.